guys, welcome. I'm bringing you the new moon in Scorpio reading. This is good for all signs. It is for the Twin Flame Collective, so I will focus on relationship. But I wanted to start first by giving you a little bit of energy about Scorpio Mansion and the new moon in Scorpio. The new moon is, we don't see it, right? It's like it's there, we know it's there, but we can't see it because it's right next to the sun. So sun and moon are both in Scorpio, and so we're actually not able to see it because of the shadow on the sun. Shadow of the sun onto the moon. The perfect energy around this is that Scorpio is about shadow work, ruled by Pluto, Lord of the underworld, about death and rebirth. So we're getting a double hit of that energy. We had an intense beginning to 2021. We had a kind of shakeup in the spring, and the next 2 months we're going to close out are a little bit of more intense energy with some big transits that are coming up in November, December, and eclipse season will begin with the full moon later this month. So being in the Scorpio mansion for the beginning of November to herald the last 2 months of whatever it brings our way is a perfect opportunity for purging, for sort of looking deep within, for anything that may be hidden or that we've kind of pushed down or put on the back burner, especially if it's been something that's been holding back our transformation. So I do want to say that Scorpio Mansion, as I said, is about change and transformation. You can think of the butterfly. Something has to die off so something new can be born in its place. That is the death card and the rebirth card of judgment in both our Scorpio cards in tarot. So we're releasing some ego. We're releasing some shadow work in this mansion. So when you set your intentions, dive deep. Go where no man has gone before. Okay? This is your moonshot, your opportunity to pull up whatever it is that's a little bit dark and uncomfortable to face on an emotional level, Scorpio, water sign, and deal with it and set new intentions around what of that are you willing to release in order to get what it is you're setting your intentions around to manifest. So and then remember, because we're going to have a bit of a transformation, when we up level, there's a new devil. So, you can't ever outrun the shadow. You cannot even outrun the ego. You can try, but it's just not possible. Maybe the Dalai Lama, but maybe Mother Teresa could, but we're all not granted that. We're all way more human than that. So be prepared for when you up level for a new devil to present itself. I pulled some fabulous oracle from Queen of the Moon. She's my jam for the lunations. And I put it together one way. At first glance, when I pulled them, I thought, it told me a certain message. And then I thought about Scorpio, and I got a totally separate message. So I'm going to give you both. The first card out was card 34. So 3 and 4 is 7. It's speaking to our higher selves, our connection to the divine within and the divine, so above, so below. 34, and it's the hot moon extremes. And this is past, present, future. So from the past, what have we learned? Where have we come from? We've learned that there are better ways to manage conflict and deep emotions than through rage and outrage. We're better able to handle the extremes with more grace. I love that message. And then the second card out was card 18, which is a card of pleasure, speaking about pleasure. And I thought, perfect, right? We're done with the extremes and the trauma, tragedy of it all. We're ready to call in the pleasures of life, to seek lightheartedness and not be so deep and intense all the time. Focus on what makes us happy, focus on what brings us pleasure. And remember, a big part of pleasure can be found in letting go and handing the stress off, right? Handing off the stress and the worries, hand it over for a time to something greater than ourselves. So I love that. And then I got the release card, card 27, release. And I thought, this is perfect. There is the let it go card. So when we're just talking about part of pleasure is letting go of the stress and the drama, trauma, tragedy, as I like to call it, and giving it over. I love that. It's also about releasing anything that may restrict our openness to pleasure, to receiving pleasure. Right? Some of us don't think we're worthy of pleasure. So there's part of that in this release card, letting go of old habits, letting go of old negative beliefs or outdated ways of looking at situations, old connections, stale connections, liberate yourself is what I saw in this card. Both of these cards, by the way, numerologically are 9s. So we get a 7, a 9, and a 9. 9s are about wrapping up lessons. We're heading toward completion. The 10 card is when, boom, we're done. It resets to a 1. So we're right there at the edge. And Scorpio is that opportunity to dig deep and uproot all those last little demons that we're dealing with that we try to keep a lid on. So then, as I'm looking at the cards, all of a sudden I saw, I know this is NSFW. This is not safe for work. So if you are listening to this and anyone is around you, put your headphones on, put it on mute, pause it, and wait till you're in your car or you're heading home. I see the physical act here. I see, I'm just going to hold it up. I'm going to let you take a moment. Take a moment. There's this intense heat, passion, fire. The hot moon is the actual name of the card. And then we have that passion that rises up. It feels orgasmic. And then there is the final release. Couldn't be more Scorpio than that. It cannot get more intense around pleasure, pain, drama, extremes, release, rebirth. And in both of these cards, hard to see, but in both of these cards, there are butterflies. Golly, I know I'm 60, but I can still get it. I'm not too old to go, oh, there's something way bigger going on here. So think about that whole physical process. You know, the intensity, the heat and the passion, the extremes, you know, think about your most, how shall I say, intensely passionate moment. And then the pleasure you get. And it does come with a little pain, does it not? And then the final release. And you're born into a whole new experience. That's all I'm going to say. I leave you with that. I know. Put it in the comments. Wow. Wow, old lady. That was a lot for a Wednesday. So, love you, mean it. Okay, so let's take a look at where we are here. I'm going to do a past, present, future analysis for our connections in the Twin Flame Collective. First, I want to look at the... oh, cool. All right. So, the overarching energy here of the reading is about communication. It can be about fast-moving, passionate energy coming towards you, back and forth even. So there may be some communication coming in or something that's already underway. Passionate back and forth. Passion, you know, anger is passion too. So now we're going to look at past. Oh my God. We're going to look at present. We're looking at the potential future. Definitely saying goodbye to the drama. Walking away and releasing what no longer serves. So, because the entire reading is based on this 8 of Wands, it may be that these are conversations you have had in the past, present, and what may be coming in the future. So look at it that way in case you're not in communication right now, because I want you to be able to process it on both levels. So in the past life, soulmate, 6 of Cups with the star energy as well as the sun. There's hope and happiness, a dream come true, a wish granted, the past life soulmate connecting with that person where there's warmth and nostalgia, this sense of emotional balance and completeness and happiness and joy. And it's like the dream you manifested in the past. In the present energy, 4 of Swords, we're healing from something, and we're maybe even not even healing. Maybe we're just reflecting on something. Sometimes the 4 of Swords is nothing other than being about taking the time out to get quiet and listen to your still small voice for what you need to learn or hear or reflect on from some situation, especially before we give voice to it. And I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles. So we're in a holding pattern here. But look where we're headed. Ten of Pentacles. We're in a holding pattern with regard to that energy of abundance coming into some measure of feeling a sense of completeness and like we're whole. This is, to me, speaking to our sense of wholeness in the here and now in the 3D, but also a look toward life partnership and legacy as we move forward on our path. Potential future, an aha moment, the Ace of Swords coming in with a gift of clarity, or maybe a truth, something to help you make sense of everything that's gone before and to open you up to an completion, a cycle completing. We have 2 9s here, and this resets to the 0, the endings and beginnings, as above, so below. Aquarius and Capricorn, both ruled by Saturn. Aquarius's original ruling planet was Saturn, just so you know. And I feel as if on some level you close out a cycle here. You get enough clarity to close out a cycle to release, right? To release the old extremes and drama, and to move forward on your path. Whoa, hello. So that's how I'm seeing it. We have here Aquarius, Leo, Aquarius, and Capricorn. I should make note. Ooh, my nose is itching. Yeah, so I just got it in my head, and Spirit saying, yeah, talk about Uranus. So here's the thing with Uranus. We have the new moon in Scorpio next to the sun in Scorpio. They will both be opposing Uranus, however you like to say it, which is the ruling planet now of Aquarius. It is the great awakener. So there is an awakening energy here, awakening to the pleasure that comes with the release of the extremes, with, not needing to be so intense about everything all the time. That's another lesson Scorpio teaches us, is about managing that intensity, okay? Especially on an emotional level. Wow. Okay. So I feel like the conversation that is underlying or overarching this entire reading, over, however you want to take it, it could be buried for some of you, is clearing the air about a third-party experience, maybe looking for reunion. The Lover's card is underneath, but the clearing of the air is around that 3 of Cups. So that could be anything. I mean, you could be looking for speaking your truth and then having this joyous celebration about it. You could be looking about speaking about a situation that involved a third party. Now remember, it doesn't have to be a person. It can be anything. It can be, distance, work demands, parental obligations, meddlesome people, family, friends, other people getting in the way, exes getting in the way. So I'm just letting you know that, whatever that means for you, that may be what the communication is heading toward. You waited for this love of your life. Wow. So on this 6 of Cups, we've got Temperance, 4 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. This feels like it was a friendship, like if somebody had somebody in the friend zone. And this is someone from your past, maybe for many of you that you've known since childhood, if not past life soulmate for sure, where there was some kind of keeping you at an emotional arm's length, or you them, remember all the energies can come through reversed, and sort of holding them in a friend spot. And now we've got Temperance on here. So at some point there's a realization that the Temperance is about, keeping energies in balance and flow, and the patience that's required to see how it's all going to unfold. And there you are, Page of Pentacles, taking a first step in a new direction in this connection, learning something new about it, that it is more than friends, or was more than friends, since this is the past. and taking a step in that direction, although the Page of Pentacles is under the deck. So it feels like that was a desire, right? Like, oh, I'm managing everything. I'm keeping things in flow. Temperance, temperance. This is somebody I've known a long time or as a friend for quite a while. And now I'm about to take a step in a new direction. And we have the Star. Wow. I feel like this, you know, this like message of love came in, and that was the dream come true. We have a Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles underneath. So there could be some third-party energy coming in. For some of you, the Queen of Pentacles does represent feminine archetype of a life partner, energetically. And the Nine of Pentacles is a single person. Generally a feminine energy, but because it's the only single person in the tarot, take it as it speaks to you. That's fine. But I feel as if maybe the dream come true was getting this message of love. And here underneath, you're starting to kind of rise up in your sense of embodiment. You're embodying your sense of empowerment is what I meant to say. And seeing yourself in terms of life partnership, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles here. So I feel this message of love, like things changed. Things changed. It might have even been unexpected. The Star is Aquarian energy ruled by Uranus. So like, oh, it might have been unexpected to some degree, but it brought you a lot of happiness. Leo, Virgo, Page of Wands, and there's the Sun again. Wow, bookends of the Sun. So I think it started you on a new journey. Both of you moved forward on a new path of exploration, youthful energy, excitement, passion. But for at least one of you, there was a deeper level to the way you were interpreting the messages coming in, and it caused you to begin a very solitary journey. Even though it was something new for two, it became a solitary journey for one. Self-exploration, insight, wisdom, you know, starting to get to see yourself in this connection and where it was beginning to take you. So let's look at the Four of Swords, present energy. Well, I kind of feel like things came to a screeching halt. We have an Emperor here who just stopped, came to a screeching halt. Eight of Swords, self-doubt, second-guessing, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, not knowing their next best step forward, so they went nowhere. Healing from that right now because you had an opportunity for a brand new beginning. May have been promised to you even, because sometimes the Star represents a promise. I feel as if it didn't come off. And so we're sitting here trying to process it and reflect on that stuck energy. Whether you're here as a masculine or feminine doesn't matter. I feel it's the masculine who kind of just seized up. And now, like I said, Seven of Pentacles in a holding pattern on this connection for sure. Waiting for things to unfold organically. Perhaps waiting for this communication to come in. What is that Three of Cups about? Ten of Pentacles. So wanting to move forward, we've got the Chariot underneath, but you can't move forward if you don't understand what's going on. We have the Moon, meaning something's hidden here with regard to that Ten of Pentacles. You can't see it clearly. You're trying to remain open and sensitive and compassionate. With the Queen of Cups, I'm feeling like this Queen of Cups energy is you remaining emotionally open and available. Despite your fears about where do we stand, where do things stand, or where do you stand. You can even be like wanting to move forward, but you don't have enough information. The Moon isn't giving you permission to move yet, although you want to. Potential future, Ace of Swords. My goodness. There's spiritual awakening there too. Both of these cards are awakening cards. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Ace of Swords and Taurus in the Hierophant. So we've got air and earth, and this feels like awakening both personally here in your 3D experience as well as spiritually to some degree. And it can all be around the energy of commitment. Wow, wait, 5 of Swords. Seeing things as they are. So whatever passion comes up between you, and I do believe it's there, and it will resurface if it has not already. And I do kind of feel like you're gonna take an honest look at whether or not you feel safe in the connection, whether or not you're being honest with yourself or this person is being honest with you, whether or not there's any sabotage. I almost feel like there's been an experience in the past where something was said or promised. That's what I said earlier. I felt there was a promise of a new beginning, and it was not true. And again, with the 5 of Swords, it kind of comes through as, you know, all talk, no action. Sometimes it's gaslighting. Sometimes it's sabotage. Sometimes it's, you know, games people play and zero-sum game energy. Whatever that 5 of Swords means for you, I feel in the future you're hip to it, you're awake to it, you're aware of it. You know, and anything that comes up between you that rises to the surface, because remember this is underneath, this is the energy you're going to filter it through. Is what I'm hearing being backed up by solid evidence? Words are nice, talk is cheap. Show me the evidence. Ace of Swords, I'm seeing everything clearly now. Hierophant, I'm really, you know, standing on terra firma. I know where I am, who I am, what I want, what I feel, what I think, what I believe, all around the topic of commitment, new beginnings, or up-leveling, you know, becoming a couple in 3D. This is a card of committed conventional relationship here and now. And I feel like when this passion rises up, you'll be filtering it through that 5 of Swords energy. That doesn't mean that you'll be suspicious, because that's not high vibration. It means that you will have residual body memory, spiritual memory, emotional memory about how it all played out before in the past. So you won't be gullible. 5 of Swords, you will not be gullible. I think you're manifest. There's the 7 of Pentacles. Wow. So somebody's going to come back. I feel like you're manifesting it. The world, endings and new beginnings. A new cycle begins. 3 of Wands, calling it in. Ships coming in finally from this 7 of Pentacles. You planted the seeds, and here they are showing up in the form of this Knight of Wands. What we have to determine is the Knight of Wands here to stay or just here to play? That's the ultimate question with the Knight of Wands. Lots of passion. As I said, that Ace of Wands, we have the Ace and the 8, and I'm feeling like whatever's coming back is coming through with passion, but we have to figure out if it stays or if it goes. Wow. Well, we have the Fool, more Aquarius, more Uranus energy here. Almost feel like you might surprise yourself. The 8 of Cups is coming through almost as continuing on your journey. You know, taking the risk. Even if what you risk is a sense of stability, right? The 5 of Pentacles speaks to us about abundance or lack of, security or lack of, instability, right? Value, worth. I feel as if on some level you may turn your back on the past drama and surprise yourself by moving forward on a path where, you know, it's kind of unknown. Remember when I said Scorpio Mansion is about reinventing yourself, but when you up level, there's a new devil, and here's that 5 of oops, here's that Five of Pentacles is the potential new devil. Like, yeah, you might risk being shut out, ghosted, abandoned again. Not a problem. You're going to keep a little something, something on reserve for yourself. So even with the Four of Pentacles being here underneath, it suggests that the reason why you'll be able to take the leap, even if it kind of lands you in some not so grounded energy, or some measure of risk involved, that you might kind of be shut out again or closed off or ghosted, whatever, that you're going to keep something in reserve for yourself. I feel this is perfect, because this is where the learning occurs. Like, I don't have to give it all over. I can take a leap of faith and keep something reserved for me, so that if it doesn't work out, I don't feel totally taken. Got it? Really powerful. If this is speaking to you, I'm going to go through the zodiac, Aries through Pisces, and we're going to look at where might the shadow be? Where might the shadow be lurking in your connection? So it's good for Aries through Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, your energy, their energy. You'll have lots of readings to choose from. They will be time-stamped. That will be you'll need to copy and paste it from the description box. If you're in the channel membership, this will be automatically added to the playlist for the members, because it's one of your 3 extendeds per month. So new moon in Scorpio, we're going to be looking at the shadow that you're working with, what needs to be either released, and where are you both now, feminine and masculine. So we'll look at that energy coming through in the extended. Let me tell you who showed up. Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius, a little bit of Virgo, Leo, Virgo, Leo, Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Aquarius, and Capricorn, more Aquarius. So that's who showed up. I'm not really counting the kings or queens right now, because it just doesn't feel like that's what this part of the reading is about. We'll be more in tune to that in the extended. So the link is below. Follow me there if this is resonating with you at all, and we'll take a look at all the signs as Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, so you get a better handle on what shadow you're working with. Okay? Take care. New moon blessings to you. Set those intentions, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now.